Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm doing a quick review for A Space for the Unbound on Xbox. Let's take a look, shall we? A Space for Unbound is a slice of life adventure game that's set in late 90s rural Indonesia. Now, in this game, you follow two high school sweethearts, Atma and Raya, on a journey of self discovery at the end of their high school years. Now, when a mysteriously supernatural power is suddenly unleashed, threatening their existence, they must explore and investigate their town to uncover hidden secrets, face the end of the world, and perhaps learn more about each other. Now, this game tells a story about overcoming anxiety, depression, and the relationships between both of the sweethearts while they're dealing with their supernatural powers. It features absolutely gorgeously stunning pixel art and a beautifully well done soundtrack. Now, the game itself is very much a sort of story driven game first, gameplay second type of game. There are some sections where you have some light puzzle mechanics. Most of the time, this is trial and error or it's back and forth. However, other than that, it's mainly dialogue, conversations, and sort of travelling around this small town. Now, the main thing you do get to do in the game is this sort of like space diving mechanic where you read from this magic red book and you can basically jump into people's sort of like minds and feelings. And while you're in there, you have the ability to sort of solve some light puzzles, which will then sort of change how the person is reacting, feeling, etc. So I don't want to give too much away on the story because the story is the main part of this game, and I wouldn't want to spoil it. It's a really, really, really good story. But like the earliest one, you have to sort of get someone to go to sleep so you can take their ladders. So you go into their mind, and it's like they can't sleep, but they like some music. So you have to go and find this tape in the normal world, then jump back in with space diving to play this tape in this person's sort of like psyche as such to get them to fall to sleep basically. And that is the sort of main sort of gameplay mechanics mixed with a few mini games, sort of quick time events, but the majority of the game is very much story driven. Now, the game is developed by Mojiken Studio and Toge Productions, who were the developers of Coffee Talk, which is an absolutely great game that was recently on Game Pass, I believe, but I'm sure we've covered it on the channel. You basically, it's like a visual novel mixed with sort of barista simulator game. Really fantastic, and it has that 2D pixel sort of look that that game had, but took to the next level with very, very detailed environments. So, what did we think of this game? Honestly, I can't recommend it enough. Now, it's definitely one of those games that you have to be more into the narrative side of it over the sort of action-based gameplay, because that is what you're going to get here. And it does cover a variety of sort of deep subjects from bullying, abuse, suicide, all those sorts of things. There is a warning when you start the game up, and I can see why it's there. So if you struggle with some of these situations and feelings, you may want to give this one a miss. But if you do want a pretty cool little game set in a really nice, very detailed sort of 90s Indonesia, lots of interactable environments and characters, you can speak to pretty much everyone, you can interact with loads of different things, and it really does feel like it's of that time period. It's very, very, very well done. Now, the game itself starts off pretty slow. You get like an epilogue which is pretty decent. It then sort of slows down a bit. There's a few sort of like puzzle sections and stuff like that, but it really starts to pick up later on as well. It's like I say, it's got decent story and writing. It's not perfect, and sometimes it's a bit slower than needed and you're not able to skip some bits. You have to sit and play through it, but it is really, really good compared to a lot of games I have played. There is some sections where you have to have collectibles, and this is sort of linked to, at the beginning of the game, the couple, they decide to sort of write a bucket list, and that sort of shapes the game and some of the like sort of collectibles and side quests and stuff like that. And there are sections where you can go past and you won't be able to go back, so if you haven't got all the collectibles, you're going to either have to reload a save if you've made one, or restart the game if you're wanting to get like the full completion with all the achievements for getting all the collectibles and stuff like that. So do bear that in mind if you are an achievement hunter. Now the gameplay is very simple. It's very light on what there is to do, but there's just enough sort of interaction that it doesn't get boring. It doesn't become just like an interactive novel. There's very sort of, it's signposted where you've got to go. It does sort of lead you where you need to be. However, some of the missions and like the quests as such will see you having to sort of go back and forth quite a lot, with a lot of running around for very little sort of payoff in the end. So just bear that in mind. But overall, like I say, the core story and the sort of main gameplay and the mechanics are really good. There's just obviously that little bit of fluff that brings it down just that little bit. A Space for the Unbound is available right now on Xbox as well as PC and other consoles. It was released on the 19th of January 2023 and it's published by Chorus Worldwide Games, and I was lucky enough to be sent a copy for my review, so big thank you for that. Now the game is priced at £17.99, playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. Now if you want a endearing story-driven experience with vibrant environments for you to explore, lots of characters, lots of sort of places to see, to view, to interact with, collectibles to find, with a cool sort of space diving mechanic, then I highly recommend checking this one out. I'd obviously give it a bit of a wide berth if you're not into the sort of more serious and darker tones that the game covers, but it's an absolute corker of a game. It looks fantastic, it sounds fantastic, and it's a very simple game to play, and it just becomes like a nice experience to basically go on that journey from start to finish, especially towards the end of the game where the plot and the narrative really kicks in like into overdrive. It's absolutely fantastic. So check it out, it's available right now, and we'll see you very soon for more gaming content, everyone. Thanks for watching.